This is by far the single most spectacular time of the year to own and operate, work in, or be involved with a weight loss offering anywhere in the United States or Canada. With the post-Easter activity heading into what is now climactically around the country a much warmer period of time, and for the northern tier states the snow is melted or is just about melted and is going to be behind us all. Everyone from the southeast to the southwest to the Midwest, northeast corridor, again those northern tier states, and even the Pacific Northwest. Spring has sprung, and now is the time for you to be making money. Quite frankly, if you're not having success right now and you've been in this business for a couple of years or more, it's time to think about getting out of it. Conversation for another day. Now is the time to be developing and the critical disciplines that your facility needs to have to sustain its success. The things you do now, between now and Memorial Day, will dictate how June and July will fare for you. And let me give you a few of those things. First and foremost, it's understanding any advertising you're running needs to be highly synchronized. If you are doing search engine marketing and social media platforms and newspaper, radio, television, any of those things, everything needs to be coordinated and hit at the exact same time. If you have a direct mail piece hitting today, or you had one hit yesterday, or you have one hitting next Monday or Tuesday, you want to make sure all of your other ads are hitting at the exact same time or within a 24 to 36 hour period of the same time. Just to stress it even further, if you're doing any kind of television, I mean any kind, whether it's a 30-second spot or you're appearing live on a midday show of some sort, or you're doing a live remote from your location, please understand that nearly 70% of the people that are watching television have their mobile device in their hand and they're surfing Facebook. They're trading emails back and forth. So if you have TV commercials, a good example is if you've got TV spots running, you want to make sure you have a heavy social media presence during the exact time those ads are hitting. It's not just one thing. It's I've got to see your message 8, 10, 12, maybe even 15 or 16 times before I'll ever do anything about picking up the phone and calling, visiting your website, liking you on Facebook, doing something to reach out to you. So it's all about developing disciplines with marketing. The second part of this is understanding staff discipline. You can spend $1 zillion getting the phone to ring, but if the people answering the phone don't know how to overcome objections, close for the appointment, and do that at least in 3 quick successions, maybe even 5 quick successions, it's just the same as lighting money on fire and burning it in a trash can. Make sure that you do heavy role playing with your staff to ensure that they are maximizing every opportunity for a return on your advertising investment. This is not about, oh, they want to think about it, or, oh, they just wanted to know how much it is. There's ways to overcome all of that. And the goal is if 10 people call, you should be able to book an appointment with 8 out of 10. And out of those 8 that booked, at least half of them should show. And out of the half that show, half should buy, if not more. Closer to 80% should buy. But depending on the type of marketing offer that you have, at least 50% should buy. Now, what do you do with all these other people? I hate to burst your bubble, but for the people that didn't buy, they're never going to buy. I've been doing this since 1989, and I have yet to find one single solitary location out of over close to 500 locations now that have ever figured out a way, a protocol, or a strategy to capitalize on people that said no 6 months ago or no 3 years ago that all of a sudden said yes today. It's almost a waste of time. However, those people that no-show a first-time presentation appointment, there is gold with those people. You need to recycle and revisit and recommit to getting a hold of those people as many times as you have to until that number's disconnected or that number's been reassigned to someone else. So we've got protocols and strategies for all the things that we're talking about. And then finally, it's all about closing the sale. It's understanding the needs, the desires, the hot buttons, the motivators, the main reason why someone is in your center. Let's abandon right now that someone who's overweight, obese, has a weight problem, is thinking, gosh, if I could just get my blood sugar down to 90 on a regular basis, or if I could just get my blood sugar down to 120 over 80. That is not what they're thinking. They're thinking, if I could get into my skinny jeans, if I could look better than I look now in time for my class reunion, if I could show up for that wedding and not have to hide behind kids like I did at the last wedding. They're thinking about things that are much more superficial, much more transparent, much more ego-driven. Understand that. So as you are collecting those needs, those desires, those wants as to why they want to enroll in your program, you're able to overcome their objections, hit hot buttons, close the sale, and do that repeatedly as many as 4 or 5 times to be able to secure a successful enrollment. There's a whole lot of moving parts involved in the weight loss business. That's the bad news. The great news is nothing changes a whole lot. The way we market changes, but the way we sell stays the same. And what worked 30 years ago works today with a few modifications in it. If you want to explore finding out more about how IntelliFran maybe can increase your patient, client, or member load to help you get a greater return on your investment dollar for your advertising, to help you motivate your staff to do even better through the proper training and education. If you want to find out what other weight loss offerings are doing in different markets with whom you would not compete, ideas you can borrow, steal, copy, implement, protocols that you can execute, click us or call us. Let's have a conversation. We can't help everyone, but we may be able to help you. Have a great day.